Welcome everybody, it's Tractorchute here from wonderful game of StarCraft 2. I figure I got a few in the replay folder getting backed up that I may have led people to believe I have forgotten about, but that is not the case. Don't you worry, we will get them up for you here. This one is going to be a doozer. It is on a map that I've honestly never heard of. I don't know if the map is new or maybe I'm just oblivious to it. It's Alterzim Stronghold TE. It looked freaking cool during the loading screen. So I'm kind of curious on this one here. So let's start this baby off by introducing our good man who we have seen before in the upper right-hand corner of the map. It is Jonsya. He'll be playing as the Red Zerg. In the lower left-hand corner of this map, it is going to be the Blue Terran. He will be played by Anubis, who apparently plays for Team AC. AC, I think, is what, after current? Is that what it stands for in electricity terms? I'm not too sure. I know there's DC for direct current, alternating current, maybe? Sure, it sounds good to me. I'm no electrician, I promise you that much. Anyways, Anubis is going to start himself off with a nice old standard Terran wall off. Both these guys are platinum level players, so should expect some pretty decent gameplay. Wowzer, Jonsya likes to hack that keyboard. Wow! Running himself a current of 300, averaging out around 261. Not too shabby, my good man. He's going to send out himself a scout. Opponent's going to do the exact same thing here. So apparently fairly similar timings on the scouting here. Meanwhile, Jonsya is actually going two different ways here. So he's going to try and find his opponent. They are, of course, cross-spawned. You obviously can spawn at any corner of the map, I have to assume, based on their directional scouting. And we are also going to get, yes, finishing off that standard wall off with the barracks and a supply depot. Will go down pretty quick. Getting himself out a few more SCVs. Droning up at the other end. No six pool. More than likely hatch first. Yes, it is. Hatch first going down for Jonsya. Very good choice, my good man. Like to see it become more of a standard. I find maybe 85-90% of people seems to be do the good old hatch first. It's the best move unless you're planning on cheesing realistically. Not many people go for the one base all ins anymore because as Zerg, realistically, if you're going to one base it, you're pretty much an all in because you really can't expand off it. It's almost impossible. You're kind of committed to one base play. If you're going to get 6-7 minutes in on one base, you're pretty much committed to it anyways here, because if your early tactics don't work, it's tough to come back as a Zerg player. Does look like a good man. Oh, Anubis, he's going to get himself scouting across that map here. Finally going to find his opponent. He's going to come right in there. Do you have to walk up on that expansion? No, actually the expansion is right in the back of the base. Very good. Okay, so he will actually have to scout it manually just to make sure to figure out what his opponent has done. So usually if you see a pool this late, you can kind of assume that he went hats first, but he does have an extractor down as well. Might mislead him a bit. He didn't scout much. I better not assume he's going to turn around here once he actually pays attention to where his SCV is, because realistically that didn't give him any scouting other than location of his opponent. He didn't really learn anything. I don't think that he's seen where the pool was. And he definitely didn't scope for this expansion. No, didn't see nothing but the extractor. So really did take a lot of intel out of that. So a little bit confused as to the purpose of that. But he does have a Reaper out. So either way, okay, I do see his purpose now. Really didn't care what the SCV seen. Just wanted location. So now his Reaper's going to come out here. He's going to get a little bit of harassing off here. And I have to imagine that the Queen is going to finish off pretty quick here, which will definitely prevent that Reaper harass. Handy thing about being Zerg is you can always use that Queen to get rid of the early Reaper harass, depending on how heavy they go with it. It does look like Anubis actually did bring his SCV down, so I'm kind of curious. He might have a plan here. Might be looking to do maybe a little proxy or something like that. Very interested to see what he's going to do with that SCV, because you usually wouldn't leave your SCV down there unless you had a purpose to it. And there he goes. Does see the transferring drone there, so that's going to tell him right away. He knows exactly what's happening down here. Hatchery is going away here. It is starting to get itself stacked up with some drones here. There's the other Queen. Should be able to get back there, and that's exactly what it does. Starts chasing him down. Might almost end up cornering him. Very good move there. In the meantime there, he is kind of keeping an eye out here. Overlord does see that SCV just kind of hanging out there. In the meantime there, he has also expanded himself, getting a little bit aggressive as Anubis. Well, at 5 minutes, I guess not so bad. This map is so bad. This map is freaking awesome. I guess first time seeing it for me, so it's freaking awesome to me. But Anubis is starting to stack up here. He's got himself a couple Reapers on the map. What is his total? Those are just the only two on the map here. So he is going to rock himself with a couple Reapers. We're going to scroll over to the edge of the screen for fun here, and he is just pumping the heck out of Overlords and SCVs here. Now he's got two. Might make it a little bit troublesome, but I do believe the Queen can fend that off quite easily here. He's probably going to give himself a second Queen for that one hatchery as well here, just so he can kind of maintain this a little bit better. But in the meantime, he's not actually doing so maybe not. He's going to go for metabolic boost anyways. That will at least allow his dogs to chase down the Reapers quite easily. So he didn't actually do anything with the SCV as of yet. Maybe he's going to use him to block that expansion. Might lay down a quick little engineering bay or a bunker or something like that, just to prevent the third from going down. In the meantime, their dogs have hit the map, and that's exactly what he ends up doing. There you go. It's almost like I could predict it. No, I have not seen this yet? Like to blindly cast these games, make it more interesting for me. Then he actually gets right in there the second he sees those dogs go. He's going to try and get a couple drone kills here. Not too sure. It's tough to do with 2. You really realistically need about 4 of them, so you can kind of 2-shot them. I believe 4 of them will 2-shot a drone quite easily here. 3 might even do it. I don't know the exact count on it, but pretty sure 4 would be a pretty accurate number to say is a perfect 2-shot. Overlords all around his base here, so very good spot by Anubis. In the meantime, at the other end here, we have got ourselves a factory. We're going right into Hellions. Just working on the single gas, so definitely not going with the heavy gas build by no means here. Getting himself down his second orbital command, so looking pretty good over there. Outside of that, they're both these guys playing pretty even. Third hatch goes down, very well done. Keeps him even with his opponent. Pretty much fully saturated on his natural as well here, so looking very good. Spine crawlers. Oh no, we're going evil chamber. Sorry, spine crawlers are actually smaller. I do know that, but I figured you might lay some of them down to at least maintain that reapers. But apparently we are going to go with the good old evil chamber. So double evil, pretty common, and spits out a few more over here just to even up that and get them right back up to 15 to 16 here. Baneling Nest is going to be his choice. In the meantime, there he's getting himself a fairly good dog count, and here we go. Hellions are going to move out. He's actually got quite a few Hellions, not too shabby. 6 altogether here, so very good count on the Hellions. They're going to be able to do a little bit of harassment. Might even be able to get a cancel on this, depending on whether or not these dogs choose to engage it here. Actually, maybe not. It's going to be pretty much done by the time he gets here. So Hellions finally get up here. Hellions need a speed upgrade is what they really need. That would kind of make him a little bit deadly. I think that'd be kind of cool. But either way, he's going to get right through there. Goes right through the weeds there. He's going to micro them just a little bit. Should be all it takes here. No blue flame as of yet. Doesn't end up losing any of his Hellions. So very good micro by him. All the dogs end up getting lost there as figured. Going to have to get the queens out. That's where that extra queen might have came in a little bit more handy here. And they're just going to start. They're going right to the middle line. Very good move. Just going to ignore the queen altogether and just start melting the heck out of those drones. And they're doing a fairly decent job. Let's keep a count on his drones kills here. Does have himself up to 15. Wowzer, he is really going to town here. Did his damage, actually sacrificed them all. Had no intentions of keeping them. Just want to get as many as you get. Basically 16 workers killed altogether. Not too shabby. 28 altogether. Very well done, my good man. As you see, our army is 1,400, not looking too shabby there. So he did a pretty good job, I will say that much. Out of those Hellions was well done. I think he lost them all but 2. Yes, he did. Well, actually, I think he lost pretty much all of them. I think those are 2 reinforcing ones. And dog count is getting himself up there as he is looking to go into Banelings. But, of course, his opponent does know that Anubis get the good scout when he did get in there. In the meantime, there he is looking very good as far as his expansions go. They're all 3 of them pretty much fully saturated. This one's not quite as fully saturated, but when he does come down to being a Terran, you can essentially just spit mules out, and that'll do the job as well. In the meantime, he is sticking with it. Well, I'm going to stick with the Hellions. He's even got them rallied down to the other end. He might want to change out pretty quick here. What is his Hellion count? It's going to be pretty big. Oh, still up to 6. Okay, I thought he might have been a little bit higher. Banelings are now going to hit this map. This is actually going to get fairly good now that he's got his Baneling count started up here. And let's see, is he teching out of it? He did go to layer technology, so he does have the option if he chooses to do so. It will be Mutas, so very good choice there. We are going to get into the good old Muta / Baneling build, which is very, very useful. And in the meantime there, he has got himself now 7 altogether, I do believe here. There's 3, there's 6, and 1 is 7. So we're going to move ourselves across here. Now, whether or not these Banelings can get any shots off on those Hellions, or if that micro is just too good by Anubis, we're going to find out here. They're sneaking around through the bush one more time. And yes, they do. There we go. Surprise, there's a queen waiting for you here. And of course, queens, you can sit there all day and shoot at them there. It will take you about 4 shots with the 7 of them here. So they actually end up getting right out of there. And he does have himself an Overseer as well. So very good job by Jonsya. And gets a couple more shots off there. Hits a creep tumor, I guess, at the very least. Fries a couple more little doggies. And no, almost overcommitted that time there. Baneling's getting very close there, but he's going to melt some more dogs there. Wowzer, it is a dog melting party at the other end. But he does decide to. He's actually going to persist with this. Very good. Oh, he doesn't want to lose those Banelings. Not that it's an overly expensive loss, but at the same time, you don't want to lose Banelings if you don't have to. And that appears to be what's going to happen if he turns around one more time probably here. Oh, gets a couple good shots off there. They can't quite get any good shots. No. Wowzer, the micro of these Hellions just getting overly annoying. Dog shit. Oh, he was paying attention to the wrong area of the map. And those Banelings did get a shot off. Kills all the Hellions. Let's see what he is going to tech out of here. It will be standard Marine Marauder. Apparently it's going to be Marine and Widowmine. I thought it was going to be Marine Marauder, Widowmine, but apparently we're just going to go Marine Widowmine, and why not? He realizes his partner hasn't gone really overly heavy with the ground units here, other than the weaker ones of the dogs and the Banelings here, so Really not a big need for Marauders by no means here, but at the same time here, this could be fairly interesting to see how he's going to handle this. Widow Mines are overly annoying, especially if one, you're not ready for them, but we do know Jonsya is with the Overseer, and two, they're just overly annoying altogether. Widow Mines could be one of the most annoying units that StarCraft ever put in the game when they release HOTS, but they're one of the funnest to watch, I'll tell you that much. Oh boy, and now he's realized that mutas are on the field here, so he needs to get a good muta baneling attack going here, because it will distract the Marines enough for those Banelings get in there and they get a couple good shots off. At the same time, there's microing away. Oh, those last few didn't get very good shots off at all. I think it took 4 of them to kill about 2 Marines there. So very good micro by our good man of Anubis. And Anubis is ready to move in here. He's going to get a queen kill. He's just going to go to work on these dogs here. He just figures he got her made. Not even microing at all. And that is exactly what he needs to do. Just don't even micro, man. You can take out all those mutas apparently fairly easily, especially with those Widow Mines buried in there. And now he's coming back with the mutas, trying to fend this off. Overseer is over there as well here. So now he can't see the Widow Mines. We'll get both Widow Mine kills there. Gets a few dogs in there. So very good job there. Did he actually bring I thought he loaded some units up and went up there, but apparently not. He's trying to retreat here. Mutas are trying to persist there. Drops the Marines on the way as he realizes he's probably going to lose those medevacs. So very good job by our good man Jonsya, and he has expanded to a 4th at the same time. Looking pretty good there. Is he going to stick with straight muta? Yes, he is. He's just getting the upgrades for his mutas as well, so looking pretty good. Also getting his melee and his car pace at the same time. So definitely not going with any sort of range attack. Meanwhile, at the other end, we're sticking with Marine / Widow Mine and have our 3rd out as well. Time to get down a few missile turrets as he does realize that the mutas are on the field here. We'll probably bury some Widow Mines in the mineral lines as well there. So looking pretty good. 2nd engineering bay. No, it is an armory. We're going to Thor's apparently. Thor's or Hellbats, something like that there. I would have to imagine it is Thor's. Actually, you don't need that. Yeah, you do. Okay, you do need the armory for Hellbats. So he is apparently going to go right to... I'm still picking Thor's, to be honest with you. Thor's are a very good counter to the mutas. Can't pitch him going Hellbat unless he intends on going heavy Marine with a dose of Hellbat. Might be an option as well. He's got a fair bit of options either way here. If we take a look over here, we are getting some more Banelings out here, so very good choice there. So Dog, Baneling, and Muta still going to go for him. Infestation Pit on the way. So we're either looking to get into some Hive with some good old Ultralisk, or he is just plain well going to look to go to Swarm Host or Infestors. Really a lot of options for a good man of Jonsya as well. Take a look over here. He does bring back all those medevacs. There's a lot of medevacs. Walls are 6 medevacs altogether on the field here, so very well done there. Give himself 6 medevacs. What is his count on Widow Mines? Just the 6 that we see, or the 5? Yeah, we do see 6 in the screen there. He got 6 Widow Mines, 6 medevacs, 7 medevacs now, 35 Marines. Walls are very heavy on the Marines, and we will now find out what he's going to pump out of these good old factories here. He's just getting some expansions on those ones here. Does have this down here, and he is laying the upgrades. What is he going to choose to do with it? I'm not entirely sure, but I'm still picking Thor's. It is Hellbats. There you go. You did me wrong. Maybe it looks stupid. I don't know if I look stupid. If you end up losing this game, maybe it should have been Thor's. Who knows? But either way, Medevac did try and sneak in there to get a little bit of an engagement. That Medevac's going to end up going down there, so that didn't really do him a whole lot of good. Not too sure if he had any units with him, but he did try and sneak down there to a little bit at least. Concussive Shells. We are going to get ourselves into some Marauders, so very interesting there. In the meantime there, he has really got some fairly good creep spread going. Almost halfway across the map, but it is time to move out. There's a lot of mutas. How many mutas is that? Did I get them all highlighted there? 8, 16, 1 is 17. Not looking too shabby here. He's actually going to get a free expansion kill over here. Maybe not. He actually pulls back. Not entirely sure why. Did we catch... Oh, we did catch something here. We do have a medevac just kind of hanging out. You know, he's just kind of... What's going on, guys? Nobody can attack me from the ground. Dogs don't do any good. Banelings should get a jumping ability. I would kind of, if you can get like a sticky mine, like the freaking Banelings just jump up there and they stick to you, and then they go off in like 3 or 4 seconds. If you can't do something, there's got to be a way that you can shake them off. I can't think of it right now, or maybe it just sticks to you, and that's too bad. And here we are. We are actually going to head down here with our 17 mutas here. Whether or not he goes all the way this time, I'm not entirely sure there. I keep looking like I see him blinking on the map. Maybe I'm seeing things. Maybe I'm dyslexic. Does this dyslexic have anything to do with being able to see blinking things? I'm not too sure. But either way, he is getting himself some pathogen glands. So we are going... What is that helping in here? Energy of it is infestors. There you go. God, my Zerg knowledge is 0. So we are going to get ourselves some good old starting energy for our infestors, and we're just going to go to work. Forget it. He didn't have enough turrets here to deal with it. He just cleans house right away here. He's forced to bring all of his good old Marines over here. In the meantime there, he's just going to clean up what he can here. Does get that halfway through an upgrade. Armory's got half an upgrade going here, but the Marines have hit the base now here. They're trying to get down the ramp. Those mutas couldn't quite get it to the point they wanted to. Oh, you really don't want to engage that at all, and he does choose to retreat out of there. Very good choice, and he does fly by a few more there. He's also got Marines at that point as well, so he's really looking at it every area. Also has himself his good old sensor tower. In the meantime, though, that is a big army of dogs and banelings. He combines those with the mutas. This could be very deadly in a very short game for his opponent, but both of them are at 200, so it's going to come down to the micro. He really needs to get good micro, needs to get a good split on his units here. Otherwise, he's just going to be in a crap ton of trouble, and it does look like we're just going to push him through. Jonsya is ready to go. Whether his opponent's ready, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, do they catch a glimpse of each other? He doesn't quite fly through the center tower area. It kind of might turn into a base race. I'm not too sure. Oh no, he actually caught wind of it here now. It looks like he did catch wind of that army, or he's waiting for the rest of his army to catch up. In the meantime, there he sends a few in there. Might try and trick his opponent into trying to engage that, not realizing that he's got a crap ton of dogs and banelings over here ready to go. No! He wants a base race, apparently. Got a good feeling he wants a base race because he's not even going to try and come back there. So he's actually going to go right into this. Don't know if this is going to work out for him. And dogs and banelings might go back to try and fend that off here. There goes a wasted planetary fortress. Doesn't do a whole lot of good against there. That's for darn sure. And dogs and banelings will try and get back here, see what they can do. This is going to be a lot of damage that Anubis is going to be able to deal here. That's a lot of marines and a lot of hellbats. And we're soon going to find out whether or not he's got the micro or whether he has any micro at all here. As we do have the blue flame upgrade there. They're trying to go to work here. Banelings are trying to get in there. Don't want to waste the banelings. Need some good shots in the marines. Oh, did he get enough? Oh, the split was there, but there's just too many banelings. Wowzer. But either way, he had a little bit of a food lead there, but Jonsya rebuilds very, very quickly here. So ends up taking out most of this. At the same time there, does he win this? He's got a lot of buried widow mines. Should have pulled them back earlier. Really should have, but either way, he is going to go to work on this hatchery over here. Will they turn around and force? No. No. Actually does retreat. I was going to ask if they're going to force them right into that battle, but apparently not. They just want to get right out of there. That is a lot of Marines, and they end up actually taking out quite a bit, but didn't get a hatchery kill. But he has a lot of widow mines there. They all end up going off. And then they end up dying. Don't know if that was overly worth it for Anubis. I'd almost say Jonsya came out ahead on that one there. Just the micro. He had a fairly decent split, but it's tough to do. You know, that's really tough to split when you got that many banelings there. But either way there, it does look like Jonsya came out ahead, and Anubis is mad. He says, really? Imba map? Imba map? What do you mean? I don't even understand how you figure this. Well, I guess everybody always figures that when you have the very close natural, it does help a Zerg, and then you can get his third very easily. I'm not entirely sure. But either way, if you want to make a complaint, build it into something else. Maybe get some Thors on the map. That'll definitely soak up some of that good old damage from those banelings. Why not leave? All right, fair enough. He's got his fifth out here, and he is mining off it fairly well. He's trying to reestablish his fourth. Why don't you saw your OP race? I don't know what SW must stand for something. I'm not entirely sure, but either way, it does not look like Anubis is very is very happy here. Toss is OP. We've come to an agreement finally. Both these guys are starting to get along. Might be best friends, but Zerg macro is so OP. That doesn't even make any sense how somebody's macro is so OP. Whatever, my good man. Well, if you want to make complaints, I just hate complaining, that's all. So we are going to actually push ourselves in here, and he's got a very good muta count now, as he does get the reinforcing mutas. He's just going to push himself ahead. That's a lot of hellbats and a lot of marines. Didn't decide to go with anything else. I don't even think he has any widow mines buried here. So he's going to send a few dogs in there. They see what's there. They probably didn't like that very much. Maybe a little bit of wasted dogs there. But either way, he's going to push forward again, and these banelings are going to get a lot of good shots off there. Dogs are getting in there. Mutas are getting in there. Looks like he might have too much of a push for his opponent here, as they are just melting away on these marines here. As you can see, look at that food count. Wilds are double the food almost now, and they just end up cleaning that up quite easily here. It does look like it Lings versus all Terran tech. What about against, what's a good? Battle cruisers? They can't hurt battle cruisers. Nope, can't hurt battle cruisers. Countered it. All right, I do give my congrats to you, Jonsya. My condolences go out to you, my good man Anubis. You put up a good fight there, even though Zerg is OP, according to you. You gave it your all. So I will leave you with this. If the command center's in the air, the mutas are flying, build some freaking Thors. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.